It started on a cold, gray morning. Rain fell in sheets, turning the rural roadside into a slick, muddy track. A black SUV pulled over, its tires crunching on gravel. Out stepped a woman, dressed sharply in black, her face unreadable, and with no hesitation, she placed a cardboard box into a deep puddle at the side of the road. Inside, 3 tiny, shivering puppies. Wet fur, wide eyes, too young to understand what was happening. She didn't look back. The car rolled away, leaving them behind, abandoned, vulnerable, and utterly alone. And then she appeared, a golden retriever, soaked to the bone, trotted out from the trees. Her ears drooped with rain, her paws muddy, but her eyes, they held something deeper than sadness, determination. She looked at the departing car, then down at her babies, huddled together in that soggy box. And without a second thought, she ran after it, barking, splashing through puddles, her heart pounding louder than the rain. She chased until the taillights vanished into the mist. Then slowly she turned, head low, shoulders slumped, defeated, but not broken. Back inside the luxury home she just left, the woman sat on a plush couch, trembling, a tissue pressed to her lips, guilt etched into every line of her face. Beside her, a man watched silently, arms crossed, expression unreadable. Outside, the storm raged. Inside, the silence was heavier. They were watching something. Perhaps security footage, perhaps a news report. Whatever it was, it changed them. Their expressions softened. Tears welled. Something had touched them. Something raw, real, and impossible to ignore. Meanwhile, on that lonely road, the mother dog returned to her pups. She nudged the box gently with her nose, then curled her body around it, shielding them from the wind, the rain, the world. She lay there, still as stone, letting the cold soak into her bones if it meant her baby stayed warm. Her eyes never left them. Not for a second. This wasn't just instinct. This was love. Pure, fierce, unwavering. A red car pulled over. A man stepped out. Curious, concerned. He saw the dog's devotion, the puppy's fragility. He didn't take them. He didn't scold. He simply knelt beside them, offered a kind word, and walked away, but not before planting a seed of hope. Then came another stranger, an elderly man with a weathered face and a gentle spirit. He wore a long coat, a woolen hat, and carried the quiet dignity of someone who'd seen too much, yet still believed in kindness. He knelt beside the dog, stroked her head, and whispered soft words to the puppies. He didn't have much, just a piece of bread, a bottle of water, and a heart full of compassion. He fed them. He comforted them. And when he picked up the puppies, cradling them like precious treasures, the mother dog didn't flinch. She trusted him. She followed. They walked together, man, dog, and pups, down the road, away from the rain, away from the abandonment, toward something better. They found shelter in an alleyway, a brick wall, a few cardboard boxes, a small patch of dry ground. Here they became a family. The old man shared his meager meals, torn bread, sips of water, while the dog watched over the pups like a living shield. People passed by on the sidewalk. Some ignored them. Others stopped. A coin dropped into a hat. A smile exchanged. A kind word. Slowly, the alley became a sanctuary, not because of its walls, but because of the hearts within them. One day, a hooded figure approached, silent, menacing. He demanded something. Money? The puppies? No one knew, but the man stood firm. The dog growled low, protective, ready to fight. The threat faded, for now. Night fell. The alley grew dark. The man slept, wrapped in his coat. The puppies nestled against him. The dog curled close. Peace fragile but real, until the hooded figure returned. This time he moved fast, grabbed the box, ran. The dog woke instantly. A snarl ripped from her throat. Not fear, but fury. She gave chase, barking like thunder, her paws pounding the pavement. The thief ducked into a narrow alley, thinking he was safe. He wasn't. The mother dog cornered him, teeth bared, eyes blazing. She didn't bite to kill. She bit to protect, to reclaim, to save. And then the old man appeared, stick in hand, voice booming. Leave him alone. The thief dropped the box and fled into the night. The dog and the man stood guard over their family, breathing hard, hearts racing, but victorious. Morning came. Sunlight spilled over rooftops, warming the streets. The man and dog walked together again, this time with purpose. They stopped at a bulletin board plastered with lost pet posters. The dog jumped, sniffing each one, searching for a clue, a name, a way home. In his pocket, the man found something unexpected, a lottery ticket. He bought it on a whim months ago. Now, he checked the numbers. His hands shook, his breath caught. He stared at the screen, then at the dog, then back at the ticket. He'd won $1 million. Tears streamed down his face. He hugged the dog, buried his face in her wet fur, laughing through his tears. The puppies danced around them, oblivious of the magnitude of the moment, but feeling the joy radiating from their humans. News spread quickly. The clerk at the local store, the same man who given them food weeks ago, heard the story. He smiled, clapped the old man on the back, and said, "You deserve this." Together, they celebrated, not with champagne or fancy dinners, but with simple hugs, shared laughter, and the knowledge that kindness had been rewarded. The old man didn't waste time. He used the money wisely, not for himself, but for his new family. He bought a modest house, white picket fence, blooming roses, a porch swing that creaked with comfort, a place where the dogs could run free, where the puppies could grow strong, where love was the only currency that mattered. 3 months later, the yard is alive with laughter, or rather, with barks. The 3 puppies are now grown dogs, healthy, energetic, golden-coated bundles of joy. They chase a red ball across the grass, tails wagging, tongues lolling. The mother dog watches from her cushioned bed on the porch, content, proud, finally at peace. The old man sits nearby in a rocking chair, sipping coffee, smiling as he watches his furry family play. He doesn't need much anymore, just sunshine, good company, and the sound of happy dogs running free. He looks at the mother dog. Her eyes still hold that same fierce love, but now they're also filled with peace. She rests her chin on his knee, tail thumping softly against the wood. He strokes her head. "We made it," he whispers. "All of us." This isn't just a story about a dog who saved her puppies. It's about a woman who made a terrible mistake and found redemption in watching a dog's love. It's about strangers who chose to care, even when it cost them nothing but a moment of their time. It's about an old man who had little, but gave everything and was repaid tenfold. It's about a thief who tried to steal innocence and was defeated by loyalty. And above all, it's about a mother not human, but no less powerful, who refused to give up, who ran through rain, faced danger, and fought for her children, not because she was told to, but because she couldn't imagine doing anything else. Her love wasn't loud. It wasn't flashy. It was quiet, steady, unbreakable. Think about that next time you see a stray on the street, next time you hear a dog barking at night, next time you pass someone who seems invisible. Because sometimes the most extraordinary heroes wear fur, not capes. They don't speak, they act. They don't ask for thanks. They give everything anyway. The mother dog didn't need a title, didn't need a reward. All she needed was to keep her babies safe. And she did, against all odds, through rain and darkness and danger. She reminds us that love doesn't always come with words. Sometimes it comes with a wet nose, a warm body, and a refusal to let go. The old man still walks the neighborhood every morning, now with 3 dogs trotting beside him. Tails high, spirits higher. People wave, kids giggle. Strangers stop to pet them. The house is warm, the yard is green, the future is bright. And every evening, as the sun sets behind the white picket fence, the mother dog curls up beside her man, not as a rescued animal, but as a cherished companion, as family, because that's what she always was, and that's what she always will be. So here's to the unsung heroes, the ones who show up when no one else does, the ones who love without condition, the ones who turn tragedy into triumph, one paw print at a time. Thank you, mother dog. Thank you, kind strangers. Thank you, fate, for giving the story a happy ending. And thank you for watching, because stories like this, they matter. They remind us that even in the darkest rain, there's always a light waiting to shine if only we choose to follow it.